Hey, what's up, boys? Not a great day for the Nooch. Not a great start to the day. Playing in a flag league. We got our first game in this past week. Won. I'm finally spinning it because I still love to play quarterback. This morning, I'm helping a good friend move. We're lifting something on the bottom of whatever I was holding. Had like two slicers. Right hand pointer finger, left hand pinky. Almost lost two fucking fingers this morning, and it was bleeding like a pig. It looked like a crime scene. So that the first thing that shot, I wasn't mad that we didn't check underneath. I wasn't mad about nothing. The only thing that I'm upset about is that I got to spin that football on Sunday morning. So I checked it out, and then I got happy because they don't call me Nucci Baby Hands for nothing. I checked out the ball, and with my baby paws, I only need one finger. This finger is the only one that touches the laces when I throw. Look, the pointer, I barely need it, so I'm okay. Little bit. This one doesn't even hit the laces. This one, yeah, that's on the laces. Pinky doesn't make it. I'll tell you what, I'm proud of myself. How the hell did I ever play the position of quarterback? And I'll tell you what, there's no, yeah, maybe. Everybody knows now. Nobody's trying to brag about themselves. We all know that I could throw a ball. Like pitching, football, I could chuck this fucking football as far as I want to. And baseball, I don't know, man. If nobody ever hit you, how would you view yourself? I went 7-0 my senior year, and that was it. Blew everybody away and barely even threw curves. I always had the arm. I got baby paws though, and I always thought to myself that this one grip that I have is the reason why I always throw a spiral, because I only got one delivery. I can't put like this on the ball or put a couple fingers. No, I need to be able to hold it. That's why, like, when you see me running back in the day, I'm always like this. People thought I was trying to be like fancy like Dion. No, I couldn't hold the fucking ball. It would fall. And then I'd win one like on the run, 40 yards, breadbasket, Mikey Weiss. Woo! What's up, Mikey Weiss? But this made me, today's frustration and everything, it made me think of certain stories that a good friend brought up to me. It's like, Nooch, listen, all those funny stories, everything that we have always talked about all over the years, why don't you put a couple down? Who cares about views and this? And he's right. I don't give a shit about that all the time. So I was thinking of a classic that everybody loves. So I got to get it. I have to get it on record just so we have it forever. So anybody who ever wants to find out how we started our opening game, Clifton football, my senior season, this is how it happened. Now, anybody who was around Clifton football, big football town, northern New Jersey, playing 3 nationally ranked opponents on a 9-game schedule in an era where the top 4 got in. You had to be 6-1 or 6-2 at the deadline to make the states. Hard competition. Bergen Catholic, nationally ranked. Don Bosco Prep, nationally ranked. Montclair, David Tyree, fucking nationally ranked. Like horses. We had to play. Like, if you could play in our conference, you could play against anybody. It was weird. Like later on, when I was even playing in college at a lower level, I was playing receiver. I got converted, of course. I'm 5'10", 170. But it was like easier. Like, I didn't have enough appreciation for our conference until after I was done. But today, my best friend is going to steal this show. I got 2 best friends in life from single-digit hood, like under 10 years old. You got 2 guys, Dante and Dre. Those are my 2 like brothers. You know what I'm saying? From single-digit ages. So we grew up together. Now, Dre and I went to Clifton High School. So now by the time we're seniors, big expectations. Everything's going in the summer. Big football town. We got our summer workouts. We want Bergen Catholic. We open up against Bergen Catholic, number 3 in the nation. Every fucking player was a New York Giants son. It was George Martin's sons, Ben Martin and Aaron Martin. It was Jim Burt's son, Jim Burt Jr. Like, anybody who played anywhere, their kids were there. They could recruit. It was crazy. However, the reason why everybody thought we had a shot is because of the speed. We had the fastest backfield in the state. They came and did a big, before max preps and all that shit, the actual New Jersey channel came to our practice, which was probably not that good for us, got our heads big. The fastest backfield in the state. They had Andre at 4.3, Joey Harrell at 4.4, me at 4.5. I mean, it doesn't matter who you recruit, you're not getting a faster backfield. Sorry, Passaic and all you. Sorry, you're not. So anyway, we felt like we had a chance to beat them that night, and it was a lot of hype, a lot of build-up, big build-up. So long story short, the summer workouts are going at, we're like pros. We're focused. We're mature. Our senior leadership, we were all starters the year before. So we were coming in like pros. We have a game scrimmage the week before Bergen Catholic, full uniforms, refs, under the lights at Clifton Stadium. I threw like 3 touchdowns in the first half. We put up like 50. Our offense was looking potent. Things were looking good. So now, week 1, we're at home against Bergen Catholic, the notorious Bergen Catholic, and we have plans to make a state championship that season. So we know we got to beat either them, Bosco, or Montclair, 2 of the 3 to get in. So what happens? We get down to the stadium. It's a night game in Clifton, 7 o'clock start. So we got to be at the stadium like 4 o'clock. And then it builds up later. You go out on the field once, you come back in, you put your pads on, you go out again, and there's a repetitious way about it. So we had a nervous guy as a head coach. He was like a bundle of nerves. Coach Kelly. I like the guy. I didn't like him back then too much because I always needed a chip on my shoulder anyway. But he was all right. He was a decent guy. And Coach Kelly was always very, very fucking nervous. And he'd be walking around. He would always walk on his toes. Hey, Moose, how you doing, Moose? Real hyper, real nervous. It's one thing to be hyper, and it's one thing to be nervous. He was both, right? So now, if you know anything, if anybody has ever played football, it's a different type of preparation than when you're getting ready to go play a basketball game or a baseball game. I played all 3. I know the difference. Football, especially at my position, you're basically gearing up for war. You got to not get killed. You got to be smart. You got to take in everything that's going on around you, know everything that your teammate, every one of your players is doing. You got to know everybody's job. You got to be able to excel, and you got to be able to survive. Put it that way. Survival is big at quarterback. So here we go. We're at the stadium. We go out once. We come back in. Now I decide to go in to get taped. And I got the towel over my head. I don't want to talk to anybody. Don't even talk to me. Stay away from me. So I got my foot up, Trainer Tom. Shout out to Trainer Tom. You're still in Clifton, I heard, after like 30 years. Good job. I'm getting taped up, and I got the towel over. I can remember like yesterday. I'm just zoning out, just trying to empty my mind. And all of a sudden, here comes fucking nervous Nelly, Coach Kelly, in the training room. Moose, hey, where's Dre? Where's Dre? Right? So I'm not paying him too much mind. All of a sudden, he gets in the fucking medicine cabinet, big bottle of Pepto-Bismol, fucking swigs the whole bottle of Pepto-Bismol. Anthony, you gotta find McCormick. I'm like, Coach, I don't know where he is. I know you know. You're his best friend. You gotta find McCormick. He storms out of the room. This fucking motherfucker. We gotta be out on the field in like 20 minutes. The clock's running. I'm trying to empty my mind, and Coach Kelly can't find Dre, one of our running backs. Now I'm saying, where the fuck is Dre? And now you gotta know Dre to really appreciate this story. Clear head. So I'm looking for Dre. So all of a sudden, I got my bottoms on and like a half shirt, and I'm heading out of the stadium while 10,000 people are coming in to Clifton Stadium. Lines, 10,000 strong in the stadium that night. So I'm leaving. People are coming in. They must have been like, holy shit, Antonucci's so scared. He's running out of the stadium before the game. So all of a sudden, Dre's dad used to have this big green booger van. It had a microwave. It had a shitter. It had everything. That thing, was as old as us. Because I remember saying, "Oh, how old are you? How old is that van, Mr. McCormick? That thing's older than Homeboy. I had that thing before Homeboy." That's what he used to call Dre. So that thing was old by then. It was almost 20 years old when Dre had it. So now I go to the parking lot and I gotta look for the green booger van, hoping that Dre's in it. That's my guess, right? I gotta get back into the stadium, get my other ankle taped, and then get ready for a football game. So all of a sudden I find the van. All of a sudden I can't see in the window, right? But I found Dre, and all of a sudden he rolls it down, and then all of a sudden a cloud of smoke comes out. He's like, "Hey, what's up, Nooch?" I'm like, "Dre." I'm 17 going on 12. He's 17 going on 30. We were two different worlds here. So I'm like, "Dre, what are you doing?" He's like, "Nooch, get back in there, Nooch." He's like, "I'm getting numb." I'm like, "What do you mean you're getting numb? What do you mean? What are you doing?" He's like, "Nooch, get back inside." He's like, "These motherfuckers hit hard. I'm just getting numb. I'll be good. I'll see you in a little bit. Kickoff." So I'm like, "All right." So I go back into the stadium. I get my other ankle taped. I said I saw Andre, the coach. He's coming. Where is he? Oh, he had to get his hand warmers. I said I made something up. I said he'll be right back. So Andre made it back. So now everything, all is well. We're dressed. They're about to make the announcements. The whole stadium's packed. It looked like a Notre Dame game. Packed. Stadium too, not bleachers. Stadium. So all of a sudden we get out. We win the coin toss. And for some reason my coach didn't know what we were running yet. So I actually run out to the huddle without the fucking first play, which was a little weird now that I'm thinking back about it, but whatever. So I'm in the huddle. The ref just blows a whistle and starts the play clock. I see Coach Kelly with his arm around Dre, giving him the play. I said, "Oh, God. Here comes Dre, jogging into the huddle from the sideline." So he's got to go about 30 yards to get to the huddle, and we're on the play clock. So I'm like giving him the "let's go, asshole," it's like best friend stare, like "let's fucking go," So here he comes, and he's got the super mouthpiece, then the thing over it, it's hanging. He's got the visor. I can't even see him. So he gets to the huddle, and he's going. I said, "Dre, take the fucking mouthpiece out. Take the mouthpiece out, because now the clock's going down." So he goes, "Oh." So he takes it out, and then he goes, "Oh, shit, I forgot to play, Nooch." I'm like, "Fuck." So I called his play to start the game. I figured it was safe, and I liked giving the ball to Dre because he ran a fucking 4-3, and I thought that was a good first play to call. So I called Dre sweep. He was so high he forgot the first play. Then, after I call it, in the huddle, you call it once, you call it twice, ready, break, you go to the huddle. I call it once, I call it twice, ready, break. Here we go. Tug on the back of my jersey. It's Dre. Which one's that, Nooch? "It's you fuck sweep right, it's you. I called his play for him and he didn't even know it." So I pitched it to him. He ran over about 3 people, made 11 or 12 yards, and that was it for us. We lost 34-7. But at least it was a good experience, and it was a funny story that I'll never forget about my boy Andre getting numb before the football game against Bergen Catholic, and him forgetting the first fucking play of the season. The first play of the season. And but he did make up for it. He made a hell of a run, and we didn't win that day. And then Bosco beat us two days later. Don Bosco Prep beat us 2 weeks later, and we were just dejected. We started out 1-2. We were like, everybody was talking us up to be like some super team, maybe get to the States. Clifton had a 13-year drought since they got to the States. We were going to be the ones to restore the pride. We were literally crying on the bus ride back. We were literally in tears, all of us. We were 1-2. We were like, because the year before we were 6-2 at the deadline, didn't get in the States. So we were just like beside ourselves, and we had like a heart-to-heart, and we knew we had to run the table. And then at the end, the 5th game, we had to play Montclair and David Tyree, number 9 in the country. And we won the 4 in a row, and then we went to Montclair and we beat their ass, and we went to the fucking playoffs and they didn't. Heart, baby. Don't ever fucking, never doubt a believer. If you believe in yourself, you can do anything. Tyree, 0 catches that day. if he's watching this, I'm just telling the truth. I'm not even hating on him. I'm proud to say I played against him. But Joey Harrow locked him down. 0 catches. And Andre, big catches that day. Out of the flat with one leg. He was playing on a bad ankle, but it was such a hurricane that it helped them. And then their quarterback going 0 for 11 and me going 8 for 11 in a hurricane. And my coach, the reason I hated him at the time, saying, well, Nooch, if you want to be first team all-league, you're going to have to beat one of them head-to-head, either Montclair or Bergen Catholic. So when I beat the Bergen Catholic kid and outperformed them and still was in my second team slot, that's why I didn't like the motherfucker. But water under the bridge doesn't really matter. Now that I'm older, I don't care. But as a competitive guy, you care about everything. And we had a lot of fun, and I got a lot of stories. I got Ryan McCullough in the huddle, always believing he was open, loved the competitive. I got Christian Ova fucking pancaking people, the king of the right at the whistle hit, decleating people. I got baseball stories. I got good ones. But today was the Nooch true Hollywood story about my best friend Dre getting numb before the game and just going into it his way. And we didn't come out on top, but we did make the States that year. We ran off the 5 in a row. We beat Tyree. And if it wasn't for a mysterious holding call on the 1-yard line against Greg Olson's father, legendary coach, Mr. Greg Olson Sr., funny, the Nooch took him all the way down the field through the air. And 3rd and 1, when I threw it to Dre, he gets tackled at the inch line. Ooh, a hold comes back, and we got to kick a field goal. We missed it. But hey, what are you going to do? But between me and you, I hope Andre doesn't see this. Andre's going to call me, what the fuck you put that shit on there for? Nah, I already got his permission. So, Dre, I hope you liked it. Great job. And between me and you, Dre, I'll never forget that headbutt in warm-ups after your little smoke, before you forgot to play. You headbutted me so hard that I saw little stars. I had like a half a concussion before the game, but I never told anybody. Yeah, now I told it. Later.